I'm on my way to the gym. I'm trying to be consistent with my workouts. I feel different in this season of my life. Yeah, I noticed that, and I mentioned this before in another post about getting in front of the camera and especially when it's a full body and like struggling with my breathing. Breathing, child, with my breathing, and my stomach be so like puffed out, like it's puffed out now. Let me show y'all. Like, why is my stomach so puffy like that? It's puffy like I gotta take a big poop. But it comes from the feeling of feeling like unsafe when I am like when I okay. It comes from feeling unsafe, um, and not wanting people to see me, but wanting to be seen. Like, does that make sense? Like, I know for a fact that I am somebody who belongs in front of the camera. Ooh, mushrooms. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture when I come back. But yes, I know that I'm somebody that's supposed to be in front of a camera. Like, I just know that. I know that. And I've always known that since I was a kid. So I spent a lot of time in my room, because I was always on punishment. I spent a lot of time in my room just like making like my own TV show. Like, and I know for a fact I am a one-woman show. Like, I know that. Like, I know that I can do all of these things. But because I grew up, got my sock. I grew up with parents, I should say, that it was like they used my, I heard genius. Okay, girl, say it. They use my genius for themselves and for their benefit. They use my light for themselves and for their benefit. But behind closed doors, like, they tore me down. Like, they tore me down. And I used to always say this reference, and it was way before the movie came out. When I would be in therapy, I will always say to my therapist, I'm still in therapy, by the way, but when I used to do it face-to-face, now I do it virtual. So I used to be sitting on the couch talking to my therapist, and I would always say to her, I don't feel like why, I don't understand why I had to tell y'all all of that, but yo, definitely should have got diagnosed. It's a lot going on upstairs at one time, and I'm trying to talk to y'all, but I'm gonna keep all of this in, because that's another thing. Feeling like I have to be perfect because of the way I was raised. Like, I'm fucking having a human experience like everybody else. Like, it's okay to be goofy. And it's funny because I'm talking to y'all, like, shortness of breath, because I'm like, oh my God, you're showing your natural self. But not being confined to the roles that I had to play for the people in my life. Okay, so going back to my original point, I used to always say to my therapist that I felt like I grew up like Michael Jackson and my parents were like Joe. It was like, get out there and perform, and then behind closed doors, you fucking me up. Like, whether it was physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like, that's the type of shit that I experienced with my parents. And so when you grow up like that, like, it fucks you up. It warps your sense of self-worth. You know, I'm gonna just walk for a minute. It warps your sense of self-worth, and that's exactly how I feel. Wait, I need to put on my watch. Shit. Okay, it's too much shit in my hands. But it has you so confused about yourself. It really does. And then another thing was that even though I had to always like be the performer, quote unquote, for the family, like literally, I used to do Tina Turner. I started out for my grandmother's birthday, and then like after that, like I would always have to do Tina. Now, mind you, when it first started, I was in college, and so I was studying. Out of my grandmother kids, at that time, I was the first one that went. Now, I've had cousins, they done went on for their masters. Some of them working on their masters. My youngest brother in school right now in college. He went to my alma, is how you say alma mater, Montclair State University, and now he goes to Kane. Yes, but I was the first one. Before they came, I had to do it. And you know, when you're the first one, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And I was not prepared for college, but I did my best, and I figured it out. It took me about 2 years, and I had to go through a lot of shit, but it's okay. I figured it out. So I remember being in college, and then, okay, we're throwing this big party for grandma. So I had to study for school and then study Tina Turner. And so I literally was on YouTube in the library. I remember in school, in the library, studying for my math and then being on YouTube at the same time and studying Tina Turner movies. And I had to do that shit for years. And I remember at the time just struggling with so much shit and feeling like I don't have nobody to really talk to like that. And I remember one time when I performed for my grandmother, and like I was like literally like drunk out of my mind, and like my mother let me get up there, and not once did she say like, girl, get your ass from down here. Like, you look like a damn fool. Like, she literally let me get up there and embarrass myself. Like, and I was clearly struggling with addiction. And that is a demon. That is a spirit that, oh my God, this landscaping is so beautiful. And period. Okay, because as much money we pay for rent, it better look. She watched me, and it was like, she just let me like be up there like that. And everybody was looking like, like what the, and I remember that shit. I remember their faces, and I remember feeling so embarrassed. And I just remember thinking like, why did you let me do that? Like, even though I was in my 20s, no, still, you the mother. Like, girl, get over here. Because if that was my child, get your ass over here. What is you doing? It's like she let me embarrass myself so much. And I am literally, like, the point of this whole video is that I am learning to decenter my mother and my family from my life, because for majority of my life, and I'm only 40 years old, the majority of my life, I took care of all these people, and I am not fucking exaggerating. I literally took care of all of these people and my family. I made sure everybody was straight. Jobs, taking cousins to open up bank accounts, doing resumes, references, like hiring them myself to work under me, work with me, because I don't like, you know, that fucking hierarchy stupid shit. But making sure everybody is like straight. And I am so tired. I'm so tired. This morning, I got up at 3-something this morning, and I was sitting in my living room, and I had to say to myself, I was like, listen, you have built this life for yourself. You live in this beautiful ass neighborhood. You've created your home to look like a museum. Natasha, you are here. You have arrived. There's no more work for you to do. Now it's time for you to take care of yourself. You built this shit. I went from feeling like this around everybody around me to feeling like this. Not saying that I was above them or anything, but just going through so many fucking life lessons and taking my bruises and isolating myself and not dumping my shit on nobody else. And while the same time I'm going through shit, I lost my sister. My dad had a stroke real bad, connected to all these machines. My uncle OD and was like brain dead and didn't last too much longer after that. Like, I had to deal with all of that shit and still go through killing the characters that I created. Like, that's a lot. And I said to myself this morning, I said, come on, baby, you did it. You have arrived. Stop feeling like you got to take care of these grown ass people. And the main person is my mother.